breakfast and basketball, all for a great cause. It is STEAM Education Day here on the campus of Florida International University, and we have a gym full of elementary and middle school students that got to have a blast this morning and are going to bring that energy for the next 4 quarters. You're going to hear them more than you're going to hear us today at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. It's one of the most fun days of the year, and we're going to get it rolling right now here on ESPN+. Corey Brooks, Zach Letzer with you. Third member of our team, Haley Sutton, will join us in a moment. Zach, this is one we have circled the entire year. Our ears are going to be ringing all game long. They're going to be bringing the passion all game long. This one's always a lot of fun.
It's always one of the most unique days of the entire season. It's a playoff-like atmosphere for what was a playoff-style game the last time these two teams played at FIU and UTEP, Corey. And Izzy Notabo has taken the reins. She has been everything that has gotten this engine moving offensively for FIU. Obviously, we know that the Panthers have missed a couple of their top scores for most of the season, but Izzy Notabo has taken that and been the scoring bulk for FIU, coming off a 26-point game, or best of the season.
That has been everything Coach Brooks Wiley hoped for and more. On the other end for UTEP, Ivana Tensai has picked up the scoring where Jaina Sinde left off. They've needed her a ton.
Oh, she stole a game from FIU with 13 points in the 4th quarter. The last time these two teams played, 2 buckets in the last 60 seconds. Unbelievably clutch. She's also the best 3-point shooter in Conference USA. The scorer that really stirs the drink for this UTEP team.
The Miners trying to get right. They've dropped their last 5, and so they will have a massively different starting lineup. But first for FIU, they're going to keep it pretty much the same, understanding they're missing some key players. These are the ones that are available, playing well. The redshirt freshman, Fantasia James, continues to look the part. On the other end for this UTEP team, a group almost unrecognizable for folks in the Sun City, but Aaliyah Davis from El Paso, Texas, getting the Badlands opener for this team, and she's going to get the first shot as well off the ball fake. Panthers trying to clear it, and UTEP gets a second chance. A pretty loud statement there from Keith Adams. We're going to start the hometown kid, and she's going to get the first play drawn up for her. James, hit it! Always important to get the first basket on Steam Day.
This place is shaking right now, Corey.
The kids are locked in. Sometimes they kind of get a little lost. They just want to see action, so they cheer for whichever bucket goes. A little bit like that. Camanillo scores first for UTEP, though a lot more locked in this time. They understood the team in the Vice jerseys, in the black. That's who the hometown kids are rooting for behind us. Pitts calling. Ali Pitts driving. Pinta Giada!
Usually someone who's going to use her speed to drive to the bucket and post up, but she's got that mid-range shot in her arsenal as well.
Quickly taken away by Pitts. FIU riding the early energy, perhaps. Pitts, 3-ball. Not this time, but the clear belongs to James. FIU playing with great pace. Dropped their last couple. Still feeling good. Fleta Robles offline. Giada battling. Third chance for the Panthers. And here's Notabo on a post touch. But she walked with it. I didn't even hear that whistle.
I barely could either. Well, it'd be one of those kind of games. But for FIU, good ball movement. No better way to start than someone who just completely uplifts the energy of this FIU team, and Fantasia James, who's had some magical moments here in the later part of the season and relied upon a whole lot more.
Coming off her first career start in Ruston, Louisiana. Texter did a nice job on her, so she's ready to bounce back here at home. She's right back on it. James, again! A fantasy start for Fantasia James!
Well, she's cooking right now. A couple of wide open looks.
Amanillo inside, battling Giada. Binta commits the foul.
Good ball movement from FIU. Lucia Fleta Robles taking that point guard role and doing an excellent job facilitating, deceiving UTEP with her eyes. Looked like she was going to her right, passes it left, wide open look, and the far wing.
Mary Moses Amanillo shoots twice, the 61% free throw shooter. Though it is an uncharacteristic free throw shooting atmosphere, and it works. Amanillo does clean up the second. There's no way to fully get ready for it. An 11 a.m. Eastern tip with 1,000+ screaming kids. Fleta Robles again. How about the start for the Panthers?
Well, the way to get ready for it is to come out and hit all your shots. And for FIU, what a dream start from three-point land. Not a three-point heavy team, but they can make open shots.
Aaliyah Davis the rebound, and somehow got that to go.
That was impressive. Just floating it up with the right arm while falling backwards and using the bank here at the bank.
Inside, Giada, the runner, counted and one.
UTEP going with a bigger starting lineup to try to deal with FIU's presence inside. But these Panthers are still going to eat on the interior. It's where they do the bulk of their scoring. And Binta Diata had a great game against UTEP in the first matchup. One of her best games in an FIU uniform, going right at UTEP on the inside and picking up the whistle as well.
Just shy of 80%. Binta's done a phenomenal job from the line. Panthers, these last couple of years, have gotten off to a bit of a slow start in this game. Say, all right, it's 11 in the morning. You kind of have to settle in. Not today. Baseline, Jimmy. Too strong. Everything working for FIU. And it's kept the kids engaged from the word go. Pitts inside. Aaliyah Pitts strong. Timeout called by Keitha Adams. She's seen enough. The Panthers are shooting 75% in the first 4 minutes alone. 4 from their last 4. Everything they want, they're getting. Putting on a show for the youth.
There are those moments in life when you know things will never be the same. Choose a university that's as committed to making a real impact as you are.
At UTEP, everyone has the opportunity for an incredible future. With 170 degree programs, unparalleled research opportunities, exceptional affordability, and abundant scholarships, UTEP students are ready to take on the world and achieve their dreams. Enroll today and pick your future at UTEP.
It's joyous and at times challenging. At Baptist Health, we stand by you with the expertise you need and innovation that makes a difference. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
Back we come. FIU off to one of their best starts all year. The energy certainly palpable. The third member of our team, Haley Sutton, joins us for the first time with more. Haley?
Yeah, Corey, I gotta be honest, I took my AirPods out for just a second just so I could take in the atmosphere. I had to put it right back in my ear because it is that loud in here. It is almost deafening. And when you talk about an 11 a.m. tip getting underway here at the bank, both of these coaches were asked about the early start. It's 11 a.m., not normally the time they tip off. For head coach Jessica Wiley of FIU, she said this is something that they're used to. They practice every morning at 8 a.m., and she told us very bluntly if this team did not come out firing on all cylinders, we would see a completely different side of her, especially since she's off that scooter and in the boot. On the other side of this one for UTEP, it's been a tough season. We know nearly 2,000 miles separate these two campuses, but Coach Keitha Adams told us her team got in on Tuesday just to sort of deal with some of those travel issues. She said they got to sleep in and really get used to being here in FIU. She told us the biggest adjustment of coming from UTEP down here to FIU is the humidity outside. She said, we're going to actually have to wear deodorant in this game as opposed to what they have to do out in the Sun City, guys.
Something any Floridian would tell you. It's the humidity that makes the difference. And right now, whether it's the time, the place, the moisture in the air, FIU is getting just about everything they want, though Tensai gets the steal here.
Completely new 5 in the game for UTEP, Corey. Wanted to shake things up entirely.
This is much more reminiscent of their normal starting lineup. Leading scorer, starting point guard, etc., etc. So Coach Keith Adams very clearly trying to make a statement by starting the second line, if you will. James, heat check, on fire.
Oh, these kids are loving Fantasia James right now. Can't miss from 3. Confident in that shot, getting another good look from the corner, Corey. 3 for 3.
Her best shooting game coming in front of the young audience. She's the exact type of player a kid loves to root for. Can shoot and can also get to the rim quickly and explosively. Tied up, Arrow keeps it here.
And just like a whole lot of these kids in the building, always playing with a huge smile on her face that you can see from miles away. She's always got so much energy, and she's got big shot-making ability as well. Look at how many defenders close out on Izzy Nadabo. We know that was a huge focal point for this UTEP team coming into today because it was one of the first things that Coach Adams told us when prepping for FIU. How are we going to stop Izzy Nadabo? How are we going to stop a top 3 scorer in Conference USA? Well, because of that defensive effort, leaves wide open looks for players like Fantasia James, who's taken advantage of that.
And Jenna Bayoso back into the game. We last saw her in El Paso, January 18th. So she misses about a month. Back healthy and in the lineup now for FIU. Good to see. Domazita, the starting point guard the last couple of years for UTEP. She's holding things over on the right wing, working with Arena Asensio. Pitts is just pestering. Zita kicks, corner, Tensai blocked. Fantasia James does it all.
Wow. That is some athleticism on what looked for a moment like it was going to be an open shot. Look at James come flying in. That is some kind of closeout attempt.
Second on this team in blocks, right there with big Izzy Nadabo. You don't expect it necessarily from the 5'9" James. Shot clock violation. And we talk about Fantasia's ability to get to the rim, that athleticism. It helps her on the defensive end as well. She's a top 15 blocker in the league in her first year on the court with FIU.
What a difference she's made in this late part of the season where this FIU roster has become a little more thin with injuries, asking players like her to step up in a new role for her here at FIU.
Looking for the reverse. Running out of time. Good if it goes. Not a bad look for Beoso. Just the first quarter, Panthers pushing a 14-point margin. In the double, didn't matter. Lucia drove on the board. Vidrova going right up against Izzy Nadavo, the former pair of teammates in the Czech Republic. Now going head-to-head. Off the reverse. Still calibrating in the return is Beoso. Ball stays here.
Panthers doing a nice job of neutralizing the speed and facilitating ability for Del Mazzita, who wants to get out and run, wants to set this UTEP offense up with some good shots as their facilitator. Been really impressive to watch this Panther defense go to work in a game where head coach Jessica Burks-Wiley said, we need to make this a defensive game. We don't want to get into a shootout. They've done that.
Gaining full mobility on the repaired Achilles as we see 2 free throws here for UTEP. Got her energy drink in this morning, locked in as ever, to be expected. For the 4th-year head coach Jessica Burks-Wiley. Meanwhile, Keitha Adams in her 2nd year, and I put that in quotes here with UTEP, because she's also the winningest coach in the history of UTEP women's basketball. She goes to Wichita State for 6 years and then comes back because UTEP had a sudden change at the coaching position. Coach Adams filling in more than well, bringing a ton of experience and understanding to the Badlands. Bengwe hits them both. The game comes in lulls. Panthers looking for their first points in a few minutes. This UTEP starting 5, a little extra energy. They did not actually start the game, but they're in now. So they'll be a few minutes fresher. Good high-low entry, and it stays, and Bengwe forced quick ones.
It's a great pass from the freshman, Asensio, kind of just teardropping it in there and finding an opening where there haven't been many so far in that front court.
That's poked away. And Dak coming off a double-double. 10 points, 11 rebounds. Played against FIU a ton in the first matchup this year in El Paso.
One more look at the feed inside. UTEP's finally settled this game down a little bit and managed to up the ante defensively as well.
Final minute of play on what will be FIU's quarter, but UTEP certainly asserting themselves. Fleta Robles, the 3 ball remains fire. 5 of 10.
How about a step back for Lou? That was smooth. FIU as confident as they've been shooting that 3 ball.
She's 2 for 3. James 3 for 3. But Bengwe has hit a couple in a row. Panthers are happy to trade 3 for 2s. Not necessarily the build of this team, but it is right now. On the cut, back comes 2 free throws for Ali Pitts. Whistle on Bengwe.
That was some pass from Fantasia James to set that up in the midst of 3 different UTEP defenders to find that opening. And there was no doubt FIU was going to go back to that post game. It's what worked early. And Lucia Fleta Robles has been so big for FIU, especially the second part of the season. Step back 3, making it look easy. FIU has done really well to open up some almost wide open looks from beyond the arc.
Holly Pitts coming off a nice game against Louisiana Tech, 11 points, including 3 threes. She's got 2 free throws. Nanabo right back into the game, by the way, so the Panthers will end this first quarter with a bigger lineup. Zita crashing it hard. That was all Delma Zita. Ndakambengwe, not a bad look, finishes that quarter in a hurry. Winds up with 8 points over the last few minutes and keeps UTEP in striking distance. But the story of the first 10, the Panther offense, 5 of 10 from 3, over 50% overall. FIU, a great start on Steam Day. Back we come, Soldier Boy blasts, the kids dance to it, and Haley Sutton's hanging out down on the baseline. Haley?
It's kind of hard to not get sucked into the vibes. I think the dance cam is going on right now. But let's be serious. FIU came out firing on all cylinders in that first quarter. A 24-15 run, which was helped by Dinta Diata. We talked a little bit about her just in the early minutes of the first quarter, but boy, has she had a journey to get here. Coach Burks Wiley told us that it's been difficult trying to find her role on this team. She wants to create her own legacy here on this team. She's got a lot of experience doing so, but she draws from a little bit of her past now here at FIU. Originally from Senegal, Binta's mother actually decided to move the family back to her home country of Senegal just so she could get in touch with her roots, play some basketball around players that looked and played like her. Binta said it was a struggle initially just trying to settle in and deal with some of the differences in cultures and in the country. But Coach Brooks Wiley says having all that travel experience and living all over the place has really helped her figure it out. She's eager to carve out her own legacy because her mom has a legacy in her own right. Her mother was the first WNBA player from Senegal to suit up and play on the professional side here in the States. And so obviously we have seen Binta really come into her own as of late in the season. And did I mention, guys, she's also a triplet as well. So she's got a lot going on, and somehow she's able to focus and be an impact player on this Panthers squad.
No question about it. This is an international group with a lot of travel experience, but nobody has more miles logged than 21 for FIU and Binta Diatta. Michigan, Oklahoma City, Senegal, California, Texas twice, California again, and to Miami.
Definitely ready to deal with any sort of adversity that may come with a long season.
But what was consistent about that was an elite hooper throughout. She was the MVP of the NBA Basketball Without Borders camp, and she went to the Seed Academy in Senegal with alum like Gorgui Dieng, who played for the Spurs.
And she sets up Izzy Nadabo perfect on that 2-on-1 for FIU. Second assist already for Bean. It's FIU front court going to work.
Tremendous basketball fundamentals, which speak to how she was raised. Three ball does not go for Tensai. Second chance here for UTEP. Off the glass, doesn't cooperate. Moya Mathis had the opportunity. Whistle ensures Panther possession.
One more look at it. FIU in transition, where this offense is at its best. They're a good half-court offense team. They're a great transition offense team, and that's what we've seen in FIU's best games, a lot of them here at home in the 2024-25 season.
Your attention, please, fans. Please do not throw any item out of the stadium.
If something got tossed onto the floor, that's the one line you're not allowed to cross. The kids can scream all they want, not allowed to throw things.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Samayoa Mathis picking up full court. UTEP trying to amp the defensive intensity here, with the Panthers still shooting over 50%. Nadabo, when she catches down there, there's no chance.
One of the most unstoppable forces in Conference USA, and the most efficient one, and even with two defenders down there, good facilitation from Fantasia.
Portia Adams, the answer for UTEP. And so the field goal percentage leader in America scores on one end, and the 37% shooter Adams, who's very much the heartbeat of this UTEP offense, scores on the other. Pitts, too strong, straight to Nadabo. Nadabo calls for it, draws two, doesn't matter, and a free throw to boot.
Well, it's a clinic from FIU right now on a perfect pick and roll. Izzy Nadabo sets it up, sets up the opening for Fleta Robles, and then somehow finds some space free. That's way too much space. Too little, too late on the defensive side for UTEP. And Izzy Nadabo continuing to stay efficient. When is she not?
Saw her doing some coaching there too. The extremely experienced senior talking to the redshirt freshman James. Nadabo hits the free throw with just perfect post positioning. She uses the baseline to shield off the double, turns it into a one-on-one, and well, she's going to win a one-on-one against pretty much everybody in this league. And to be clear, in a lot of other ones as well. Adams blocked. Panthers run the double handoff. Fleta Robles attacking. James. Still with FIU.
Great effort from Pitts, keeping that in bounds.
Even Fantasia's misses result in a productive play for the Panthers. Izzy catching left elbow. Pitts, bully ball underneath. Can't quite finish it. Tied up though. It winds up headed the other direction. A good effort by FIU. Inside, floater. In amidst the trees, it's Fantasia's rebound.
Well, she's going to have to find some way to get going for this UTEP offense to get back into this game. Now 0 for 6 the UTEP leading scorer.
Foul underneath. Mbengwe just threw Nadabo to the ground.
Minus foul number 13. Mbengwe.
It's been a challenge to neutralize Izzy Nadabo today. And, well, UTEP trying to get as physical as possible.
6'3" on 6'4". Mbengwe against Nadabo.
Substitution,
Judith Valero Rodriguez comes into the game for FIU. Irena Asensio will enter for the Miners. Rejecting the screen and walked with it. Mitrova, good entry pass. Panthers rally too late. Ndako Mbengwe, phenomenal start.
That was some silky smooth ball movement from UTEP, using all angles of the court.
10 points in back-to-back now, and we're not even to halftime in this one. Ndako Mbengwe picking up a phenomenal run of play. But now 2 free throws. The whistle's on Portia Adams, and Nadabo goes right back to the free throw line. Panthers have had a double-digit lead almost since the word go. Gonzalez tried to save it. Whistle underneath the basket, foul first. That was about to be a turnover. It won't matter because it winds up a turnover via the offensive foul. The whistle is on Ndako Mbengwe. Her second in short order.
That's notable with the way that she's been playing early, kind of single-handedly, offensively at least, keeping UTEP in this game. And they can't afford for Mbengwe, with her size, going one-on-one with Izzy, to get in foul trouble.
Nadabo couldn't receive it. Good job to just make a run at it. Asensio down underneath. UTEP shows their skill in transition.
Taking advantage of the Panther turnover. It was all started by Portia Adams, undersized, of course, in that matchup with Nadabo, but still forcing the issue and allowing UTEP to get out and run.
Teams have really keyed on Vidrova these last couple of games. 6 points total the last 2. She's got 6 already. Fantasia calling for the ball on the wing. It's an offensive foul on the Panthers. We go under 5. Panthers still riding the momentum of the fast start, though now both teams have settled in.
Get the most out of the South Florida lifestyle in a new Cadillac from Williamson Cadillac. We have a large inventory of luxury vehicles with new models arriving daily, as well as an easy, worry-free trade-in process. We offer premium pickup and delivery, taking purchasing and maintaining your luxury vehicle to the next level. Luxury is at your fingertips when you order online or come in today, where our customers are treated like family. The South Florida lifestyle is waiting for you in a new Cadillac from Williamson Cadillac. Williamson is Miami.
Hi, I'm the Good Greek Spiro. As a police officer, I witnessed how road moving companies would take advantage of unsuspecting families during their move. At Good Greek Van Lines, all of our movers have been carefully screened and have successfully graduated from our own Superhero Movers Academy. So whether you're moving to sunny Florida, the Carolinas, or out west, call the world's only total relocation company and go to goodgreek.com.
Good Greek, moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
What's going on, Panther Nation? Bobby Sal here. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Panther Club. Panther Club is the FIU student athletes' main fundraising community. It allows former alumni, students, and you as the FIU community to make charitable and huge donations that have a big impact and a better situation for us as student athletes. And how you become a member of the Panther Club is very simple. You can make a charitable gift to the student athletes, no matter how big or small. With this, you get benefits. You can get engagement opportunities with us student athletes, premium parking on game days, and also VIP experiences. On behalf of all of us student athletes, we appreciate you and thank you. We highly suggest that you join the Panther Club. And with that last being said, pause up.
(32-23), it's a 9-point edge in favor of FIU. Still shooting 50%. But a lot of that coming from that early surge. We talk about it so often in these early games, Zach, where one team sometimes just needs that extra little beat to wake up. UTEP certainly has now here in this stretch.
Well, it was a 9 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time start, and you wonder how that could affect things. And it hasn't affected FIU at all, that's for certain, with the way they came out shooting. 5 threes already.
Can we talk?
Haley Sutton out in the crowd, doing it live with the noise. Haley, take it away.
Yeah, guys, I cannot emphasize how difficult it is to hear, but I did get a chance to hear from my new friend Mateo. He is representing Somerset Academy, cheering on the Panthers. Mateo, what's been fun today, cheering on FIU?
I did have a lot of fun and super fun watching UTEP versus FIU. Very fun. The crowd going crazy. Everything's just been a blast.
You got to do some science experiments as well before you came in here. What was your favorite experiment?
Probably the elephant toothpaste.
What'd you get to do with the elephant toothpaste? Tell me more.
So what we did was we mixed a bunch of chemicals and eventually it formed up and it exploded.
Wow, that sounds crazy. It's kind of like how the Panthers have exploded for a lot of points here. Do you have a favorite player you're watching?
Probably number 30.
Number 30, Izzy Malibu. She's pretty good. All right, I'm going to let you get back to your seats, but before we do, I see you got a couple of friends here. So you guys do me a favor on the count of 3. Give me a big pause up, all right? 1, 2, 3. Let's try again. On the count of 3, we're going to shout pause up, all right? 1, 2, 3. There you go, guys. Obviously some very excited fans out here from Somerset Academy cheering on this awesome Panthers basketball game.
No question about it. We got a chance to play around a little as well. We'll show you some of it at halftime, but a lot of cool activities going on right in front here at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. And like Haley said, that's goal number 1. At the end of the day, if the kids learn something, which they do out front, and then get to have some fun in here, that's the name of the game. The emphasis is all on STEAM education. That's science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. So all the activities outside had to do with one of those disciplines. And then you get a look at the value of athletics in an educational setting as well, with a good one so far between FIU and UTEP. And Mateo's favorite player in the game right now, that's Lucia Fleta Robles on the right side. Inside, Jada swatted by Zečević, but a foul.
Foul number 8, Lucia Zečević. Her first personal foul. On the line, number 21, Fleta Diaz, shooting 2.
Panthers, the rare miss, 5 of 7 from the line now. Got 0 for 2, but you can see on that main shooting hand, she's got the 2 fingers taped together. That kind of alters the free throw stroke you've spent your entire life honing. She'll get another chance here on the lane violation, but this is that singular skill, right? You practice it the exact same way every single time you practice, every single time you have a ball in your hand. It alters the motion, but she does get the second one.
No doubt, and a nice job sticking with it. And a lot of players, almost everybody's banged up this time of year. Mid-February, getting towards the end of the season.
Yep. Panthers have dealt with it all year. Right now, UTEP battling back. Portia Adams from downtown.
Well, biggest deficit in this game has been FIU's advantage shooting the three-point ball, and that's UTEP's first of the game. It's big from Portia Adams, who's picking things up here, and UTEP really needs their guards to step up offensively.
Coach Adams said early on in the year, we'll go as Portia Adams goes offensively. Panthers held her to just 4 points in round 1. She gets 3 in short order. Giada in traffic. Pass nearly deflected on its way in. Bully ball underneath. There is those good fundamentals from Binta Giada. Fantasia fouled. UTEP's already in the penalty, so James goes to the line.
Drawing the attention of this minor defense very quickly. One more look here, and Portia Adams getting UTEP a big triple, their first 3 of this game. But what FIU's been able to do, and Binta Giada doing it on both sides of the floor. What a first half for her in double figures.
She's playing the best basketball of her Panther career. 13 and 16 points the last 2 games, double digits again, like you mentioned here in this one. Sometimes it takes till conference play for a newcomer to really get comfortable, even one as experienced as Giada is. But we're seeing it right now.
And both of these UTEP games.
There you go. She's gonna add 2 more.
She's been unstoppable. Today, first time FIU played UTEP, but she had 17 and 9 on better than 50%.
That was her best scoring game against league competition. Left elbow jumper stays for Vitrova. Only topped by 20 points against a Wagner team that's still kind of figuring themselves out. James walked. Mary Moses Amanillo back into the game for UTEP.
Mary Moses Amanillo.
And miscommunication there. That's where you've got the freshman Asensio kind of going through those same growing pains we were just talking about. Getting used to it, you're seeing the growth, but this was a young team from the word go. Keith Adams described it as a team for the future. You're going to have moments like that.
No doubt. That's where the biggest areas of growth have been for this team, is just finding that chemistry as a unit on the floor.
Fleta Robles. In transition, Asensio, good outlet. Adams gets the lay-in.
There haven't been many opportunities on the break for UTEP, but they've cashed in when they've had the chances.
Chance for a little 2-for-1 perhaps for FIU. Looking to score without Nautabo on the floor. James. Not this time, but FIU does buy themselves a chance at one more possession. James picking up Adams half court, looking to slow down the junior. Pick and roll, Adams. Too strong, long rebound, run down by Beoso. And Jenna looking to go coast to coast. Doesn't get the roll. And that's how this first half comes to an end. Nearly the entire difference in this game, those first few minutes for FIU, when they get a trio of threes from Fantasia James, and those 9 points sit as the differentiator on the scoreboard. Panthers got out hot, Zach, and took advantage.
Yep, you said it. 16-5 in less than 4 minutes. FIU was up by 11 points. So look at where the score is now. It's been pretty even since then, 16-16 in that second quarter. But that start for FIU offensively, one of, if not its best starts scoring all season.
It was a 9-point lead after 1 quarter. It's a 9-point lead after 2 quarters. The fans have been enjoying it. The kids had a great time. We certainly do as well. For now, we step aside for the first time at halftime from Miami.
Sports Medicine and Smile Institute, where your child matters most. And at this time, please join us in thanking the FIU Athletics medical staff from Baptist Health, the excellent care they provide our FIU women's basketball program. Thank you to Baptist Health, the official sports medicine provider of FIU Athletics. And now, let's send it down to DJ Emdot.
Thank you, John. It's DJ Emdot hanging out right now. We got some very special guest speakers on Steam Day 2025. Allow me to please introduce to you Aaron Salma, the Associate Director for Education and Outreach right at the FIU International Hurricane Research Center. Steam students, make some noise right now.
Back at it here at halftime. FIU up by 3 threes here at the breaks. Hearing from some of the folks responsible for putting on Steam Day, including at the Hurricane Research Center here at FIU. That goes into the science part of STEAM. Well, the science of basketball all favoring FIU, especially early on. Fantasia James engineers a phenomenal start, and the Panthers haven't really looked back yet.
FIU just couldn't miss at the start of this game, Corey. Shot 75% the first 4 minutes. Fantasia James, it was 2 weeks ago today that she announced herself to Conference USA with a 16-point performance. FIU's hitting 5 threes in that first quarter. James with 3 of them. What an impressive offensive start. It was 16-5 before anybody, these kids or us in our seats, could get comfortable. And since then, FIU's controlled the pace of this game.
They've got to play at their tempo because of what Fantasia James provided early and continued to do throughout the course of that half. That opened things up underneath for both Isnel Nadabo as well as Binta Giada. Lucia Fleta Robles winds up with a couple of threes as well. Again, the Panthers have 5, so that's pretty much an ideal offensive first 2 quarters for FIU.
They spread out the offense as well as they could have hoped, with James in double figures with 10 and Tidiana just getting more and more comfortable offensively for this team, Corey. It's felt like she's really accepted her role well and helped this FIU offense off to a great start here today.
Panthers rolling. They're going to try and finish strong. Talk a little about UTEP on the other side. The Miners, they're still right there despite it all.
Once again, here from the Hurricane Research Center, and Chris from FIU Engineering.
At Nicholas Children's, our mission goes beyond just healing bodies. It's about bringing back the genuine joy of childhood. We're the #1 children's hospital in South Florida, with a team of over 4,000 dedicated healthcare professionals, working together to restore health and healing, and exclusively focused on one child, yours. Nicholas Children's Hospital, where your child matters most.
All right, Panther fans, for the halftime entertainment, please help me welcome to the court the I-9 Salcedos.
UTEP down by just 9. And look, as much as FIU brought that blitz early in the first few minutes, the Miners settle in. They bring in their second wave, which is actually their first, and utilizing that extra rest, they go stride for stride with FIU, and the Miners shot 43% in that half. They were far from ineffective in the opening couple of chapters.
After those first 3 minutes, 53 seconds, UTEP brings 5 new players in the game, and after that it was a completely even game. Nice job by UTEP using the interior, using the paint in this game, getting 17 points off of their bench. And it was their play in the front court, especially from Endak and Bengwe, that really opened things up for this UTEP offense, and I'm sure wants to see more from its guards. Del Mazita, Ivan Tensaye, neither one of them has scored yet in this game, so that's going to have to change for UTEP to pick up a win. But Portia Adams did hit a big 3 towards the end of the half. 9 points for UTEP in those first 20 minutes. Like you said, right in this thing despite all that went right for FIU.
The difference is exclusively the play from downtown. That was the one right there that UTEP got. Other than that, they are 1 of 9. The Panthers have 5 makes on 14 attempts. So that's 4 makes, 12 points. It's a 9-point game right now separating UTEP and FIU. Coach Adams very clearly trying to make a statement in those first couple of minutes, challenging those true starters to come out and play a strong game. They did, but they have to make up that early deficit. They'll have every opportunity to do so in half number 2. 9-point game here on ESPN+. Continue to dive into some of the numbers. Take a look at the other games across the league later on today. We're breakfast with basketball here in Miami. In that case, I'm gonna get a water.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Experts for residential, commercial properties, and detailed survey services. Quality you can trust. University Credit Union, the official presenting sponsor of the box office for FIU Athletics. University Credit Union, then handing down your way. Florida City Gas, for more energy-efficient appliances, and how they can offer safe and reliable service during inclement weather. Visit FloridaCityGasRebates.com. Williamson Cadillac. Get the most out of the South Florida lifestyle in a Cadillac with the Williamson Cadillac. Williamson is mine. And KSDG CPA, the official CPA firm of FIU Athletics.
Thank you.
Ready to take your business to the next level? Champions make the right call. Visit KSDGCPA.com.
Love it.
Social media platforms.
Okay. Just a few minutes till we get it back going. UTEP and FIU, the early morning slate here on STEAM Education Day. We dive in to some of the numbers, and UTEP, anytime you're shooting over 40%, you're going to feel pretty good, but it just comes down to that third row right there. Other than that, it's been dead even.
Especially the way that third row started. When FIU started 5 for 10 and UTEP was 0 for 7. And that felt like the biggest stat category that was in FIU's favor. With just the way that this game got started, FIU up 16-5 in less than 4 minutes. It's been catch-up time for UTEP since, but they've done a good job at that. It's been stats that have been even across the board since then to give them an opportunity, with FIU not really having any huge distinct advantage in any other categories besides points and three-pointers.
That's how the numbers sit. Expecting very much an even second half. That's advantage Panthers, though. UTEP's going to have to catch themselves on a run. Overall for FIU, right in the heart of the conversation here in Conference USA, UTEP trying to navigate a challenging first half, but look, there's still a lot of basketball left, and we've got the travel partner game going on later today. That'll be at 6 Central Time, as that's how CUSA operates. New Mexico State will be at Liberty, so you've got one of the top teams going against another team that's right there, has one of the elite players in our league. We'll be seeing her right here in a couple of days, so a fascinating game there. That one gets started at 6. La Tech will take on Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State trying to get going. La Tech getting an important win against FIU, and Sam Houston and Jack State will wrap it up. That's two teams. Somebody's getting a win there and catapulting themselves into the heart of the Conference USA picture. Just a few weekends left in this regular season before everybody heads to Huntsville, wraps things up. Overall, as you kind of look at it, you don't want to boil it down to the one thing, but I feel like we kind of already did with the threes. And so the adjustment for UTEP probably feels pretty simple in half number 2.
Yeah, no doubt. It's going to be up to UTEP's guard play to up the scoring. Talked about Del Mazzita, Yvonne Tensai, what she did in that second half against FIU last time in El Paso, so it made the difference.
Haley Sutton got the chance to catch up with both coaches, hear what they had to say. Haley?
Yeah, two very different conversations, but two very illuminating conversations. Let's start with the home side in FIU. I had a chance to catch up with assistant coach Heather Garner, and and she was just as shocked at the electric start by her team shooting in that opening half. She said they have to be able to keep that going. She's been in particularly impressed with Fantasia, just letting the game and letting the offense come to her. She's been very effective as well when it comes to getting boards, and Pizza Giada as well is doing well too. She's been relentless on the offensive glass. They're going to need a lot more of that in the second. As for Coach Keitha Adams, she said, look, we knew that this was going to be a difficult matchup. I asked her why she changed the starting five. She said, we had some competitive practices this week, and the players who stepped up were the ones that got to start. She said it's hoping that it's going to energize them going into the second half. She said the key here is they're going to have to limit Nautivo, right? She's the best player on the court at all times. They're also going to have to guard the perimeter better. And she talked about the atmosphere. She said, I'm kind of excited to have all these people here. Today is my birthday, so it seems like everyone is out here celebrating. So we want to give a nice shout out to Coach Keitha Adams celebrating her birthday with us down here in the 305, guys.
How about that? That's a great find right there. Didn't even know. Happy birthday to Coach Adams. Again, the winningest coach in the history of UTEP. Had a great 6-year run at Wichita State. Beat USF in the WNIT. Coach Burks doesn't want to hear about that game. One of the really great coaches in our league. So a huge happy birthday to Keith Adams. 3 ball from the wing does not go. Second chance earned by Fantasia James, and the second time's the charm.
Talk about some gritty basketball right there from Fantasia. Put herself in position to go up and get that rebound. Really athletic play, and then fighting her way to get the bucket.
3, there it is. Portia Adams went into the locker room warming up. Now she's locked in.
Well, she's been really locked in since the second quarter started. 9 points in that second quarter, 3 more here already.
Giada denied. Amanio got a piece, and UTEP. Early accomplishments on both ends. There you see Coach Adams relaying the info. Zita, that's a few times now we've seen Delma get really deep off the penetration and just hand it to a teammate. And that's 2 times too many for Coach Burks. Timeout quickly called by FIU. You had a feeling that Coach Adams would have the right answer with her team building momentum. They do just that. All of a sudden, it's a 6-point game. Miners picking away at the deficit.
Taken during the second half of today's game. Pepe La Caleta, 2 espresso shots for 2 FIU foul shots.
Oh no, Boise scored. Sad.
Andover Middle School, you in the building.
Yep.
I see you way up top. I love it. Carlos Finley Elementary. Oh my goodness. That must be right here. All right, what about? Oh, I know this one. Somerset Academy play. What about Big Tree Elementary? Big Tree. Hey, Big Tree up top.
No, Boise's a little better.
Hey, Big Tree. What about
Their top 3 hitters like reset the record books for home runs at Boise. We might have a little more depth than they do, but their top 3-4 is leagues ahead. Yeah. That's a 5-game hitting streak for Sammy Zelenka.
Once again, Mother of Christ.
The birthday girl, Keitha Adams, enjoying her team, making a bit of a run, coming back to the Badlands. And she made a great point to us in talking about anytime she's had a 4-year window with teams, they have gone on to win a title. More challenging than ever in this day and age, but proves the pedigree and capability that Keitha Adams and her staff have with UTEP. Fleta Robles stepped into it and got it.
Unselfish basketball. FIU just kept passing the rock until there was an open shot, and it was right there for Lucia Fleta Robles, utilizing the entirety of the 30 seconds.
She's got a quick 9. James and Giada are the 2 on the floor in double figures for FIU. Adams, not this time. James on the cut, got Nadabo to the free throw line. Listening in down on the sidelines, Haley Sutton hearing some words of advice from Coach Burks.
Yeah, guys, well, remember what I mentioned to you earlier that Coach Burks was going to look a little bit different if her team didn't play basketball the way she wanted them to play basketball. Well, as we take another timeout here, she was fired up at the start of this second quarter. They looked nothing like they did to open this game, or excuse me, the second half, I should say. There were a lot of words that I cannot repeat on the broadcast, but she certainly tried to fire them up. You saw the Panthers come out and get the early buckets. As for the Miners, it was a little bit calmer. Coach Keitha Adams said, listen, it is loud in here. We cannot impact the atmosphere whatsoever, so it is up to you guys to communicate with one another on the court. She says her players are having a hard time hearing her yell because it's been so loud. So again, the message from the Miners is to make sure that the communication on the court is at the forefront.
No question about it. Both coaches fiery. Coach Burks can say she sounds different, but there's always that energy. A quick timeout here in the media timeout. We're media.
Are you thinking about buying a home, or do you currently own one? Peace of mind is just one phone call away.
Hire a company you can trust to hit home runs. Whether it's residential or commercial properties, our certified home inspectors can provide a thorough, understandable report that will protect your property and your family.
Don't wait. Schedule your inspection and survey today.
So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh,
Life, it's joyous and at times challenging. At Baptist Health, we stand by you with the expertise you need and innovation that makes a difference. Welcome to the warmer side of care. Welcome to Baptist Health.
In Conference USA, unity, solidarity, and respect are more than just words. They are values to live by. When we embrace our differences, we become stronger and lift each other up. Together, we can be unstoppable. Join us in championing diversity, equity, and inclusion in college athletics and beyond. Now is the time to make a difference. This is our chance to make a better tomorrow, because when we work together as one, we can achieve greatness. Together, there are no limits on us.
Back we come out of the pause is Nadabo. Goes to the line a couple of times. Panthers holding serve. A quick timeout amidst a UTEP flurry. FIU answers with a couple of jabs of their own. Nadabo cleans up the first. 3 for 4 day from the stripe so far. 3 of 5. The kids keeping the energy. It's what you expect. A literal fountain of youth in the stands today here on Steam Day as that sails over the top and out of bounds. A couple of them had to take off. Kids' schedules being what they are.
Right.
But the grand majority still here, and you wouldn't notice because it is just as loud as it was at the opening tip.
Well, you've still got that playoff atmosphere in here, Corey. No two ways about it. And there's no doubt that it has had, as Haley talked about, effects on both of these teams, both these coaches, and how they're able to operate.
Diata somehow gets it to go.
She is so lethal when she can move right down the lane into the basket with speed. Confidence from Binta Diata to take the contact by that left block and go up with power.
Midrova's going to come back in. Binta sitting at 14 now. The Conference USA high 17 in heavy peril in this third quarter. And following that Coach Burke's timeout, it is 7 unanswered for the Panthers. And now UTEP can stem that tide. The stopper all day for the Miners has been Ndaka Mbengwe.
She helped keep them in this game early. 4 for 4, 10 points.
That is also the third foul on Nadabo, so that's worth keeping an eye on. She'll check out. Deoso comes in. So a smaller lineup here for FIU.
Something that UTEP's going to have to take advantage of on the inside. Driving lanes to the rim from their guards, facilitating from players like Zito, who's had great court vision in this game, to be able to find those openings. UTEP just needs points anywhere they can get them right now, and that'll help the cause.
Mbengwe settles this side and winds up hitting the second. Lost it. Wide open, Zita. Easy 2. Challenge of missing about a month. Sometimes you're not quite in the rhythm. Panthers do get it across in time. Still a relatively comfortable lead. But the Panthers are well aware of what happened in El Paso the first time these two met up. As that goes. Fantasia James, explosive to the rim again.
Oh, she can't be stopped today. The energy in this place is palpable, and Fantasia James finds a way to bring it even higher. Confident take to the rim, going right past 2 defenders. Portia Adams in the one-on-one, Fantasia with her speed, agility, and physicality to finish.
Fantasia also ran some track in high school. You got to look at that explosive ability right there. 15 for Fantasia James. She's going to set a new career high by the time this thing's all said and done. Adams on the nasty shot fake. Tensai's 3 is good. That's great news if you're rooting for UTEP. Yvonne Tensai on the board.
Seen a lot of that this year, that 1-2 punch, Adams and Tensai, and UTEP hoping to see a lot more of that from their star scorer.
It was Yvonne with 3 seconds left, the winner in El Paso. She played 39 minutes in that game, put the fatigue aside, and won it for the Miners. James gets the step, and 2. There it is. Fantasia James, the best game of her Panther career, coming in front of a bunch of screaming kids, loving every second.
Panther foul number 15, Fantasia James.
She was getting ready to run out on the break again, but someone's going to have to find a way to step in front of Fantasia James on those drives to the rim. So right now she is testing this UTEP interior, asking, is anyone going to stop me? Anyone going to stand in my way? And so far it's been Fantasia's confidence that's won the day.
And Binta Diarra draws the charge. That's what she does.
Yeah, if we could put together a Binta Diarra charge compilation, as we were talking with Coach Burks earlier this week, of the whole season, it might be 10 minutes long. She's made so many plays just like that, standing right outside that restricted area and preventing that drive from UTEP.
That's what we talk about, the fundamentals that come from her mom and her experience. That's where it shows more often than not. A step right there. It remains Panther possession. Pitts had the cutting James. Bayoso testing the range. Fantasia right to her. And miscommunication over and back. Goes right back to UTEP. Lorena Asensio back on for the Miners. She will relieve Portia Adams. Zita whipping it along the baseline. Panthers were in phase. Corner pocket. Everything but the bottom. Scrum for the rebound, won by Fleta Robles, and a whistle ensures a Panther possession. Not happy about it. A shot to the face called on UTEP. It will be the third foul. Excuse me, the fourth foul on Ndaka Mbengwe, and that's about the worst case scenario.
Yeah, maybe part of the reason for the reaction from Mbengwe and that UTEP bench understanding the significance of a call like that and what was a chaotic loose ball sequence. But that is big news because she's been the most consistent option scoring-wise right from the get-go for UTEP. A time when they really need points, and to have to take her out of the game right now with Notabo on the bench for FIU is even more pivotal.
And to add the icing on the cake, the Panthers get some free real estate. They walk it out the length of the court. James gets to shoot twice, hitting her first. Panthers controlled both matchups a year ago, including the one here in the 305. They're beginning to assert that same level of confidence right now. Kansai. Second chance earned Zita. Elmer Zita, the Mozambique national team player, often orchestrating the offense. Right now, she'll watch it on as Luisa Vidrova plays a little face-up game.
That's been the shot for Vidrova, that mid-range Jimmy. It's worked wonders.
Big tie-up. The Panther bench urging everybody to try and stay calm. That was wrestling for the ball, and a wrestling move emerges with a suplex. It's an aggressive jump ball that does ultimately favor UTEP.
No, they don't get much more aggressive than that. Both sides wanting it. Physical play on the ground, and Diarra just goes down hard.
Panthers will call a 30-second timeout, just kind of regather everybody following that. That 11-point lead for the Panthers, just shy of their largest. UTEP came out firing. Panthers weathered the punch and got pretty much right back to where they've been. In large part because of the efforts of Fantasia James, her career high 18, leading the way in the ballgame.
Yeah, FIU called a timeout a minute 15 seconds into this third quarter when it was a 6-point game, and it felt like the best UTEP had looked the closest they had been in a little while. But since then, and with Izzy Nottable out of this game for FIU, the Panthers have still given these kids on Steam Day plenty to get up out of their seat and cheer for.
They've been having a good time, bunch of fun activities outside here at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center. They were firing off rockets, getting to go into some of the heavy police tech. Building, playing with chemicals. It was like the old Mentos and Diet Coke, except far higher level of science than the basic combination that we ran as kids. Although my personal favorite was part of the engineering exhibit as Tensai is fouled. They were doing construction using marshmallows as the binding. And one of the youngsters, in between putting the sticks together with the marshmallows, was eating a few as well. And that is the type of spirit and energy that I appreciate, because I would have done the exact same thing, and did as a kid often.
Seconded. You see free marshmallows as a kid and your eyes don't light up. I think you're lying to yourself.
Absolutely. An important clarification, we don't eat the real construction materials, but in this instance, it's all right. Pitts wanted it. And winds up with it. Shot partially blocked, and it comes to Asensia. Zita, so quick. Fastest player on the team, sets up Tensai, who got it blocked. A little block party on Steam Day. Both teams levy one, and the run closes with Luisa Vitrova.
Good effort from Fantasia James to block the initial shot attempt, but UTEP persevering in that moment and in this game right now.
Panthers looking for their first make in about 3 minutes. They also fouled, and one more. Welcome back, Angena.
Well, how big is it for FIU to have Angena Bayoso back? You saw right there, off balance, take to the rim, and just when UTEP was starting to get a little momentum here, Corey, 6 straight points, Angena answers for FIU.
A hard rim run right into traffic. Can't complete the three-point play, but more importantly, it's the momentum stopper, to your point. Vitrova wanted it right back, still does. She's having her best run of play in a little while. That's great news for UTEP. Vitrova, there it is. James keeps it here. Luisa played every game last year as a freshman for this UTEP group. Has very much that true Euro style game you think of. Can score from anywhere on the floor, combining that with her 6'1" size. And a travel on Giada.
And she's given UTEP some much needed bench scoring here, especially in the second half, 3 for 3. It's been on looks just like these. It's the mid-range, kind of around that free throw line extended. FIU's been giving her that space. She's said, all right, I'm taking advantage of it.
Zita hits the accelerator and drills the dump off. Mary Moses Amanillo, the 2.
That's where FIU misses the size of Izzy Nottabo in the post. Good job by UTEP taking advantage.
UTEP's assist lead of the last couple of years beginning to assert her distribution ability. Left elbow jumper is the answer for Giada.
Well, she's got a very Izzy Nottabo looking stat line right now, not just the points, but shooting 7 for 8, Binta Diada.
17 ties the best game against Conference USA competition. Second chance earned, and Vitrova a chance for 3 the old school way.
No, it's her quarter right now. Whatever she wants, she's getting. staying with the play second chance points for UTEP on the interior. Hanging around here late in this third. And Vidrova now 4 for 4 just in the third quarter, slipping past Diata and Pitts, finding the opening to get that rebound in that bucket.
Coach Adams got everybody together very quickly. So a little mini timeout to try and reset there for UTEP. This is a 4-point game. Good trap in the corner. The redshirt freshman sends it to Vidrova. I imagine that's exactly what Keith Adams asked for in that mini timeout. Baseline jumper. Too strong. Second chance. Not going to come. The foul sends us the other direction. The tempo and tenor has completely flipped, and the Miners are closing in on a tie. But the Panthers get some free real estate for free all the way down the court. That has been an issue for UTEP. This will be free throw attempts 18 and 19 for FIU. Final minute. UTEP wants the exclamation point in what's been their quarter. Adams carried the load early. Portia Adams. Second chance earned by Vidrova. 5 to go. Baseline jumper. About a third chance for Delma Zita and the Miners. Zita hits the accelerator. Offensive foul on UTEP. It'll be on Zita. Too much gas.
Thanks to Diata drawing another charge for FIU, and it seemed like every bounce was going UTEP's way in that possession, and FIU needed something to just settle things down and take a breath and get the ball back.
Izzy Nadabo will come back in. And when Delma Zita, the quickest player on the roster, tries to go full speed, there's a lot of physics at play on Steam Day. Momentum, inertia, other sciencey words go here. Half-court trap. Panthers get out of it this time. Binta partially blocked. Scrum for it. UTEP's going to get the final shot in their quarter. Adams dishes. 3. Not going to get off in time. We're setting up for a fun fourth quarter here in Miami. It is Steam Day. You have heard the youngsters all game long. This does not happen without some incredible teachers. Haley Sutton is with one now on the baseline. Haley?
Yeah, as the daughter of a teacher, this is such a special day to me because I know what teachers like Michelle Abreu go through when dealing with this many students. Michelle, thanks so much for being with us. You're a 5th grade teacher at Carlos J. Finley. You told me your students were over there in the corner. They're over there celebrating. What has today been like for you?
Today has been awesome. You know, it's been an honor to be invited by FIU, and the kids have been having an amazing time, really.
The day was kind of focused on science from the start. What do you think your kids learned this morning as they got to walk around and go through all the different exhibits?
Oh yeah, they've learned a ton. I mean, with all the exhibits that FIU has provided, they've been able to connect what we learned in class, you know, to real experiences here at FIU.
Why is it so special to have opportunities like this? I mean, the environment has been crazy. It's hard enough for us to hear each other. Why are trips like this so important for your class?
You know, it's so important to go outside of the classroom and really experience everything that we learn in the real world, right? And to expose these kids to, you know, university they might be coming to in a couple of years. So it's been a pleasure, really.
It's been a pleasure to have you guys here. It's very loud. I'm going to let you get back to your students. Thanks so much, guys. We're going to go ahead and hit a break here. FIU currently leading 59-55 with the fourth quarter around the corner.
Always a good time. Yep, nope, that works for me. And to be fair, that's what I thought. I just was, nope, I was hitting insurance. We're good there. That's a fine out. Just wanted to make sure we didn't hit the alternative. Well, the energy in a fourth quarter is always high, doubly so today in a packed Ocean Bank Convocation Center. But at one point where FIU could pull away, UTEP, for the second straight matchup in a row, has navigated a sizable Panther lead, cut it pretty much all the way down, and we're going to play this fourth quarter nearly straight up.
Yeah, when Izzy Nadabo had to come out of this game with her third foul, it really changed the dynamic of what UTEP was able to do in all facets of the court. Opened the game up inside, started making more shots on the outside, and for Lucia Vidrova, she led the way with 9 points in that third.
And UTEP gets the chance to get out and running right out of the break. Zita on the shot fake. Comes to Fleta Robles. Beoso. Bang! Five points for Angena, both coming in this second half.
Her first three since coming back, a big one to give the Panthers so much needed momentum.
2-point make and a 3-point make. Different fashion, Panthers will take it every way they can get it. Adams goes to the line.
Panthers down 0.
He's done such a great job for UTEP in all three levels, hitting a couple threes from the outside and driving with plenty of purpose to the rim as well.
On the line is number 11, Portia Adams.
One more look, and Angena Beoso starts the quarter the right way for FIU. It had been a little while since the Panthers had been in the groove. They were in early shooting threes, but they've still hit 7. It's been a big part of this offense.
In and out for Portia Adams, but still, Portia Adams proving Keitha Adams very much right when she said the second that Portia got to campus, she's going to be as our offense goes. And sure enough, as Portia kind of settled into this game, so did the Miners.
They're in a similar position they were in when these two teams played the first time. FIU was up 9 going into the fourth quarter, and UTEP found its life from its guards in those last 10 minutes.
Hits. As long as the Panthers continue to find ways to score, they'll be fine. The lead's back up to 8. Zita swatted away again. Blocked by James.
Sends it into the second row up there behind the basket, and not many are more confident blocking shots. Just a clean swat, get that out of here.
A few blocks today for Fantasia. Elbow jumper, doesn't find rim. UTEP gets a second chance. Nadabo matches up with Vidrova. Those two know each other's game exceptionally well. Tied up. Arrow keeps it here.
That's good effort from UTEP and having the benefit of the possession arrow, but FIU continuing to force Yvonne's side to take difficult shots like that last one. It's been a big difference in this game today. Now 1 for 11.
Bounce pass in rhythm. Just a step out of bounds. So Bengalay will come back in, playing with those 4 fouls. See if FIU tries to go straight at her. That's easier said than done. The freshman Arena Asensio will check out.
With Amanil already fouling out of this game, UTEP needs that presence inside, and we've seen Mbegwe provide it plenty so far today.
Skip pass, finding Pitts. Screen and roll. Notable wants it. She's fronted in the post. Jada at the death. Pitts flies in and saves the day.
That's why you've got to put a shot up, even if there's a half second left and you're in a difficult position. FIU with some big second chance points.
Tensai gets it to go. That leads to a Keith Adams timeout. Not a massive margin for error right now for UTEP, but they're still in striking distance. Fun finish coming up. The youngsters having some fun now. The music gets a little newer and all of a sudden they know the words. When it was the Soulja Boy, they were enjoying the energy, but these kids do not know how to do the Soulja Boy. That is absolutely only for us old heads. Right now it's a different vibe. FIU up 8. Haley Sutton listening in on the huddles. Haley?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Corey. I was a little shook that these kids know Travis Scott and not Soulja Boy either, but obviously the focus is on the basketball when it comes to either of these two teams. Coach Keith Adams was not happy calling that timeout. The possession before, she was jumping up and down, screaming at her players, we have to get a rebound. That was the message inside of the huddle now. She said, we have to box out. We have to stop letting them get open looks. As for FIU, I did have a chance to see Coach Burke kind of talking to Nadabu, off to the side, saying, you've got to get up and be our player. You got to get up and go get the rebound. That helps you avoid the fouls, because I think she is dealing with some foul trouble at the minute. Either way, both of these teams are fired up, guys. They both feel like they can win this game.
And you get even more fired up there on a Fleta Robles make. Izzy Nadabo will consistently have those conversations. Jessica Burks-Wiley's a post by trade. There's a massive demand there, and Nadabo has met that demand and so much more in her first season as a Panther. Pinta got a piece, it winds up with Izzy. Giada in front, going against Zita, lays it in! Execution out of the timeouts has been masterful today for FIU. Corner pocket. Momentum's a funny thing. Good rebound by James. Panthers know time is their ally now. Finding Nadabo. It doesn't matter how. It just matters that it goes in.
Just a good bounce off the deflection, and Izzy Nadabo really changes everything when she's in the game for FIU, forcing a turnover on one end and helping FIU with her size.
It's a nice move by Tensai, but it didn't cash. 7 unanswered in a minute and a half for the Panthers. FIU lining up the final punch. Well, again, they had a comfy lead in El Paso, and it got erased quickly. They'll never settle until it zeros. James. Zita out in front, dish, Tensai, count it.
That looked like a no-look pass with Delma Zita, who's the fastest player on this UTEP team, driving as far as she could go before finally dishing it off.
Tensai getting close to that average all of a sudden. Second chance, will go. Aaliyah Pitts, right back on the board. Good second half here for Aaliyah Pitts. Final 4. UTEP's got to get everything right.
This might be the most widespread scoring effort FIU's had all year.
Pinta Giada will check out. Currently 1 shy of her career high. And it is her best game against league competition. Portia Adams giving it all she's got in this second half. She's at 15. Off the reverse, Fleta Robles again! How about the show from Lou? 5 made threes.
She has been cooking from downtown and keeps getting those good looks. With UTEP worried about FIU on the interior, it has opened up everything. And FIU's offense from downtown has just been killing UTEP today. And Lou, who's always had the three-pointer in her bag, is having one of her best games from 3 here with FIU.
It is her top 3-pointers made game. She had 3 against La Tech, 5 today, as the runner inside will stay. It is not her career high points-wise. She had 18 against Florida National, but given that Florida National is an NAIA team and UTEP is in Conference USA, we're going to go ahead and say this is the best scoring game for Lucia Fleta Robles as a Panther. And she might just get it anyway. Lou hits it again! Doubles her career threes in a game with FIU, her 6th, a new career high. Lucia Fleta Robles, sharpshooter. And now she's in front again! And it goes! Fleta Robles has gone the full 40 in 3 of the last 4. Almost no one in America has played more. It does not matter.
And the game she didn't, she played 39. She sat on the bench 1 minute the last 4 games. FIU's needed that presence in its backcourt. They've needed guard play to step up, and my goodness, looking like one of the Splash Brothers today. 6 threes. Special performance.
You wondered if there'd be an exclamation point, and the Panthers get it from Fleta Robles. A leave no doubt at home for FIU. In line for their 9th home win. Battling inside, that tie-up keeps it here. And so for UTEP, the challenging run continues, but it's growth by degrees. It never comes at once. And consistency, which is the name of the game for this group, is often the last thing that comes for a young team, not first. Fleta Robles. And Fantasia James came over the top. The whistle comes on Portia Adams.
Her 4th personal first team foul.
We talked early in the game about the well-traveled Binta Giada. Lucia Fleta Robles begins her career in Laramie, Wyoming, goes to Detroit after coming over from Spain, and now here in Miami. Plenty of experience there as well. And a late add to the 2024 class, has a late surge today when she threw the haymaker.
She's been unstoppable in this 4th quarter with 11 points and 3 threes on 75%.
And so for the Panthers, they will get the travel partner game with UTEP. That means New Mexico State is coming to town. One of the most bona fide scoring threats in our league will be here Saturday afternoon. Certainly hope you'll join us for that. And they wrap it up with their travel partner, the Liberty Flames, one of the top offenses in Conference USA, coming to Miami before they hit the road for the KSU-JSU swing and wrap it up with Western and Middle right here. Invert all of those games for UTEP. They will go to Lynchburg following this one. They get 4 of their final 6 in the Badlands, starting with Kennesaw and Jack State next weekend. So that's the good news for this UTEP team. They're going to get to be at home a lot. That is where 6 of their 9 wins have come from.
And for FIU, some real marquee opponents coming in here to the Ocean Bank Convocation Center to end the year, where FIU will now, like you said, win its 9th game here at home. Some huge opportunities for FIU to finish the regular season strong.
Panthers will enter Lauren Stewart and Claudia Marina into the game for the first time. Fleta Robles is looking for a little more. Whistle comes to stop it, but still, it's interesting because the way Conference USA set up the schedule for FIU, their very first 2 games, arguably the toughest road trip in women's hoops. You go to Bowling Green and to Murfreesboro, the reigning champs. Now, because those 2 are travel partners, they come here to close the year. So FIU and Middle Tennessee in the very last bit of the season will create some interesting drama. And it's the Western Kentucky team that fell at their place to FIU, so they're going to come to Miami beyond hungry.
Well, I can't think of a more interesting way to bookend a conference slate than that, right? Those 2 to start and finish it, and especially with the way FIU picked up that huge road win in Bowling Green for their first conference win.
Panthers will have that same hunger against Liberty. Flames got the edge, and New Mexico State has become the arch rival of FIU these last couple of years. An offensive foul will come on Lauren Stewart.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting to watch on Saturday with everything that Molly Kaiser's been doing this year for NMSU, and should be another great game. And Panthers will look to defend their home court as they've done so much this year, despite the injuries.
Claudia Marina went straight up and winds up with the rebound.
1 minute remaining.
Good save by Beoso, but not quite. Hadn't fully established in the front court. Panthers give it back. UTEP continuing to build. Keith Adams in her second run through. She's done it before. She's got young guards and had them play right away. Now Coach Hughes and McKinney started as point guards under Keith Adams, now on the staff, and two incredibly productive players. Coach Hughes just had her jersey retired in El Paso. So building on the legacy, but it just takes time, especially in this era where you have to play it year to year. You don't know what your roster is going to look like in 365 days. It's even more of a gradual process than it used to be.
Without a doubt. We've seen her system get put into place and it work into this minors program, and she told us that it's just not where they want it to be at, but it's still early in her second stint and plenty of time to right the ship in what's a very competitive conference top to bottom with no breaks.
And they got a little extra reinforcements as well. Players like Delma Zita on this UTEP team, if they began their career at junior college level, which Delma did, looks like they might get an extra year right now. That's the current ruling. So anytime you can get your floor general back for more time, that'll serve you well. Valero Rodriguez couldn't quite convert it. Zita was really effective today. We saw it. Winds up with the better part of 10 assists. Has had as many as 9 in a game. That 9-assist career high coming against A&M Corpus Christi, which I only bring up because Haley Sutton is down on the right baseline. 10 to go, and the kids can lose their mind one final time. FIU defending home floor, engineering a win on Steam Day.
I want to finish to this game, Corey. 5 different Panthers, every starter getting in double fingers, and teamwork makes the dream work for FIU today. Some electric three-point shooting down the stretch for Lucia Fleta Robles, and what a response for FIU, the first of what they hope is many here at home.
Panthers able to start strong and finish strong. A book-ended performance for the Panthers. Rode the vibes of the youngsters right out of the gate, and it was enough to set the early tempo, and then they closed it out. And to your point, a balanced scorecard. Fleta Robles winds up with the game high of 20. Giada had 19, her best game in Conference USA play, and one off her career high. Fantasia James will set a new career high. Her 3 threes were the rocket fuel early that got FIU going. And the red shirt freshman is with Haley now. Haley?
Yeah, I know Fantasia was just giving me some dance advice. She was hitting the moves out there. I mean, my goodness, the last time I was here, you hit a half-court shot at halftime. Today you exploded. It's a career high 18 points. What the heck is working for you this season, Fantasia?
I'm just playing with more confidence. You know, I've got the opportunity to start this time, so I was excited. And I'm just trying to come out, play defense, number one, and take good shots and be disciplined like Coach always tells me. So I'm just trying to put it together, and glad it worked out tonight.
I mean, you set the tone with those three-pointers. You had a block down here that made my jaw drop. Just coming into this season, what was your mindset, and how good has it felt just to see the results coming to fruition?
My mindset just to come out and play hard. You know, I missed last season. So I was definitely excited to come and just show what I can do on the college level, and I'm just happy to be here, just always smiling, so I'm just happy.
Well, listen, you gave this crowd quite a show. What did you think of the students out here who were cheering you guys on?
Yes, those kids, they came with a lot of energy. It was just feeding off of it when I hit those, 2, 3, whatever threes I hit. So yeah, definitely grateful for the kids for Steam Day. It was definitely fun.
Last one here before I let you go. This is fun, a big win today over UTEP, but you got to reset and get ready for a New Mexico State squad coming in here who's going to be firing on all cylinders. What do you take today? What do you take away from today's performance to get ready for that?
That we won this game because of defense. We had to get our get back. We lost at their place. So I think definitely the mentality was to play defense, and we got to carry that over to New Mexico.
You can tell this is Coach Jessica Brooks-Weiling's player because she's talking defense. Fantasia, thanks so much. Great game today, girl.
Thank you so much.
Corey?
Phenomenal work by Fantasia James. She sets the new career high, her energy fountain all day. A quick timeout, and we'll talk to the game high 20 in just a beat.
Hey, Lou. That's awesome, honestly.
Luke.
Do you think?
Lil Mateo, who said 30's his favorite player, has been replicated by the entire crowd. Yeah. FIU's Steph Curry is busy. She'll be joining us shortly. Yeah, I know. I knew we had some time, so I said, hey, Lou, do your thing. Make these kids' day. That's more important than sprinting over.
Good. How are you, Lou?
All right. Lou, just count to 10 for me real quick. Just count to 10, just so we can do a mic check.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Drag that a little closer to your mouth for me.
Closer, like this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. You hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, good.
We got you.
All good there, Nick? All right, let's do it. Back courtside at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center with the 20-point scorer today, Lucia Fleta Robles. All right, Lou, we have to start with the kids. It was your first steam day here at FIU. What'd you make of the atmosphere?
Oh, wow, it was loud. But it's really exciting. It got us get it, like, from the get-go. We were just, like, so excited to be here. And I think they helped a lot on defense. They were just another, like, the sixth player on defense. So we're just so happy that we could have them all come in. And it made a great environment for us. It really helped.
No doubt.
What was that fourth quarter like for you? And what was working? That was electric. You had the crowd on your side, 11 points to help seal the game. Couldn't miss from 3.
Listen, we needed this game. We needed to win this game. We almost had it the last time. We lost by 1 on their home. We had to protect our home. So I just thought, like, we have only 10 more minutes. We need to take advantage of every second. So whenever I had the ball, I just had the confidence from my teammates and my coaches. So I just shot the ball, and luckily it went in.
We talked to a young guy at halftime and asked him who's his favorite player today. He said number 30. What's it been like? You're getting autographs. This is FIU Steph Curry out here just doling out signatures.
I feel like a celebrity. I was just like in the free throw, and I would hear people say number 30. I'm like, I gotta get locked in. I gotta be locked in.
Right.
But I would look at them sometimes. But yeah, it's so much fun to be here with the kids.
Awesome. What do you think about the way you guys locked down this game, only allowing 11 points in that fourth quarter? Every time we talk to Coach, she's always preaching defense.
Yeah.
You guys brought that to the table to finish it off.
Well, we practiced a lot of defense during practice during the week, and we did lose the game against UTEP over there because of our defense. I don't think our offense it comes so easily when we have good defense, so we just got to focus on defense and then score right away. Stop and score. That's what we do.
We talked about it a little bit at the end of the game, Zach and I, but you might have forgotten what sitting on the bench is like at this point. A full 40 in 3 of the last 4, and then basically the full 40.
Yeah.
What's driving you late in these games? You've had to play a lot of minutes all year because of the injuries, and still incredibly productive.
Yeah, I just I've been doing recovery. That's all I do, and it's a mental. Like, I just gotta be locked in and keep pushing for the team. Now we low in numbers, so I just gotta do it for the coaches and the teammates, and especially my teammates that are out, because I know they want to play and they're dying to play with us. So.
Gets them on the right foot, keeps the good going while the rest of the team gets healthy. 20-point scorer today in Lucia Fleta Robles, a new career high. New Mexico State's coming to town in a couple of days. There's a nice rivalry that's developed between these two teams, so it should be a fun one. Certainly hope you'll join us on Saturday afternoon. For Haley Sutton on the sideline, my broadcast partner Zach Letson, Nick Garrido upstairs, and Lucia Fleta Robles, I'm Corey Brooks. We'll see you in about 48 hours. It's the Aggies and the Panthers coming your way on Saturday afternoon. Talk to you then.
Thank you. That was a good one.
Thanks, Lou. Great job. All right. Nice.
There you go. I'll grab a cold slice. What the heck? Nick, we're leaving everything down here. Oh. Right. Yep. Bet. All right. Bye.